A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Tennessee Titans. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. First down and much more for Henry. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 27 yards there, a first down.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
A gain of 2.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
On second down, here's Henry. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Titan ball carrier. He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off.
A 57-yard attempt.
And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. Well, it was a long attempt to begin with, so the fake you might have known was somewhat of a possibility. Credit to the defense, though. They weren't fooled.
You're right. They weren't fooled, and they were in a position of having to play it both ways. Guard for the fake, but you still want to rush the kicker because it was a makeable kick. So they ended up getting the best out of the whole thing. Stuffed the fake, and they take over the ball.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
48-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Third and short yardage, Cousins. And he finds Clark. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped, but what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
On 2nd down, Cook flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35.
Made at the 36-yard.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Throwing is Cousins. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone. Because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
The 24-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Cousins gives way to Cook. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football. Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Draw play. Cousins to Cook. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line. That's the end.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Trying the power game with Ham. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
You can do one of two things after a penalty. You can hang your head, or you can get mad and redouble your efforts. I think we just saw the latter there as they stopped him for no gain.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. On the carry, it's Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 5-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. No success on 1st down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. The ball carrier.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Tannehill. Looking middle, and that's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting. Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down at the 43. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there. And there we saw completion.
And he gets it down to the 32. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Cousins now to throw on first down. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Titans' 24-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
A first down throw for Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On second and goal, Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Cousins able to connect with Adam Thielen. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Here's Bailey now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Vikings 14, Titans nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with first and 10. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Flush to his right. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring it down. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill, and that'll be incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Cousins on first down. That'll be complete to Cook. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 28-yard line.
And this time they'll just keep this on the ground, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third.
Yeah, we dominate today.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Starting the third quarter with Cook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Cousins. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Cousins throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's 3rd and 4. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll throw again. Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. From the 41, Cousins, incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. 3rd down here.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. That's sacked by the DN, SinisterOne83's. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
They'll run it again with Henry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. When you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit, he is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
On 2nd down. It's Henry, and he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down marker at the Vikings 36. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
The Titan ball carrier.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
On 2nd down now. It's Henry, shoves him aside, and he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
A 1st down carry for Henry. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
He's brought down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Running from the gun with Henry. Calling the gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Can we just take that run and turn it into kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Now Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
He was defended by Patrick Peterson.
Tucker McCann out now for the Titans field goal. This a 33-yard attempt.
33-yard attempt.
McCann's kick up and good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. Now he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the 1st down sack. Cousins, and he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans set and ready to go on offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. On 1st down, Tannehill. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. And let's check on the call. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. A good productive run there on first down. He winds up getting 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Tannehill on third down. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
Complete to Joshua.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
From the 50, it's Tannehill. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
In this situation, the dictation is coming from the defense, right? They're going to tell you, you can have 6, 7 yards, do that all the way downfield. Let's just go ahead and take the time off the clock. I think they've got to start attacking vertically a lot more.
The Titans on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position with all 3 timeouts. I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
Trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And now out comes Minnesota. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And boy, having that third timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. So now Tannehill and the Titans down 14-6, less than 90 seconds to go. They need a touchdown and, of course, the 2-point conversion as well. They'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Ferkser. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. This is where, of course, it's good to have a veteran quarterback under center.
You would just be able to put on one of those blood pressure clips, and nothing would be different for him. He's done it many times before, expects to get it accomplished again.
Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. Right side, Henry's got it. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
Now it's Tannehill. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. One last throw here for Tannehill. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Titans.
Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside the 10, that's tough. Trying to drop the final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right, where you get a little bit of extra and you get a chance to run a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.